Hi everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel. Welcome to the live stream tonight. We're so glad to be here.
Yeah, it's a good night, and guys, thank you for checking in on us about all the fires in the area, and we are safe, thank goodness, and so are our neighbors, so that's good. Thanks for checking in on us. So.
Yeah, thank you guys. Sorry we weren't here Monday night, but we were under the weather with food poisoning, actually. It was a terrible thing. We ate some oysters that were bad, and it really was terrible.
Flipped us for a loop.
Yeah, I've never been that sick before in my life.
It was a terrible thing. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
we're meeting wheels here.
It only lasted one day, thank goodness.
Yeah,
but
there we go.
It was bad.
We're meeting wheels.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. I hope you're excited about tonight. We have the viewer showcase, and we have the drawing for the box glass, and we have some giveaways we're going to do later on tonight.
Barb, I like your glasses tonight.
Oh, thanks. If you have a question, just put it in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer. And
so we want to say hi to Ray tonight, everybody. Ray's in the house. Let's give him a big thumbs up. He'll be working hard tonight, as I see more of you are chiming in to the chat, and I know that Ray will be working hard tonight. So let's give him a big thumbs up, and he does a lot more than you guys really imagine that he does. So Ray, thank you for everything you do, and it was nice talking to you earlier this week.
And as you guys have a lot of questions about, what we do and who we are, I will just tell you quickly. We own a little stained glass company in Conway, South Carolina, near Myrtle Beach, about 10 miles from Myrtle Beach, in about an hour and a half, depending on the traffic.
Yeah.
No, it's not that far.
It's really not that bad.
It's not that far, about a half hour. And we've been in business in Conway since 1986. We started out as a small stained glass company on Main Street. Well, actually on our house on the river, on our back porch.
That's right. And there's some pictures in the beginning of the river there, aren't
That's
there?
right. And then we moved to Main Street in downtown Conway, and we grew big, and then we kind of back to our roots right now, doing what we love, stained glass and blown glass. And we're so glad to meet everyone from all over the world.
Well, we have a lot of people that come see us, Barb, and you guys that have came to see us. We appreciate it. And we look forward to meeting each and every one of you as you vacation near or close by the beach here. And
yes,
or like Larry Mary, he got a good deal on a flight, and he flew out from Albuquerque to say hi to us. So
we meet a lot of neat people, really cool people, and that's probably some old language there. Some of you may not even know.
Neat and cool.
Neat and cool. That's what y'all are. And so what was I lost my train of thought, but so glad to be here tonight. What I was going to say. What was I going to say, Ed?
Well, you were going to just welcome everybody to the channel, and that we appreciate
My brain's
it.
still foggy, yes.
And yeah, I tell you, that food poisoning will set you for a loop, especially with shellfish. Apparently, shellfish is like the worst poisoning that you can get, and anyway, we won't be having oysters for a while.
I recently found out I'm allergic to pistachio nuts, which
right.
I didn't know I was allergic to, so I had a reaction to those. Then I got food poisoning.
After 40 years, she's had pistachios plenty of times. And all of a sudden, she's allergic has a nut allergy now.
Yeah, so getting old is
I
not
thought
for
it was
sissies.
just me because I'm a nut, and she was allergic to me.
Oh, honey.
I'm just kidding.
That would be terrible.
It would be if you were allergic to me.
It would be awful.
Well, Ray's got a lot of thumbs up tonight. Everything.
Oh, what I was going to say
is
sometimes you'll have a question about how do you have a link for this or do you have a link for that. In our description of this live stream, there are a ton of links if you need to find out how to be a member or something about our videos, our playlists, or anything like that. You can go to that description of the live stream where it says more, and there's links. So check those out. And
so just click on the more, right, Barb? Click on the more, and
yeah,
it'll drop
click
down.
on the more, and it'll drop down, and it'll have links to, Venmo and buy us a coffee and all those things.
Right. So that's great. So we had you know, our project is coming right along. The garage remodel is coming right along. That's being funded, and that's really nice. We appreciate everything. And I just want to let everybody know that as of tonight, we had 35,695 subscribers. And
Nice.
remember, our new goal is 50,000, and we want to try and do that before Christmas, guys. So we want to go ahead and get everything rolling. So if you're sitting back watching the show and enjoying it and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. And don't forget, hit the like button and go ahead and click on the bell so that you get reminded every Monday night when we are here at 7 o'clock. Now this week we're doing it on Wednesday. I know it. And but we'll be back next Monday night, so you get a bonus because you get back-to-back shows almost this week.
Yeah, we'll be back next Monday night for sure. Barbara said the leg class was awesome.
Oh, thank you,
Glad
Barbara.
you enjoyed it. It was so nice to meet you, Barbara. That's Barbara Cadwell.
Barbara Cadwell, yep.
So we have another class coming up this week, and we have some people that are usually here at the live stream. They'll be at the class. Paul will be there. Susan will be there, and someone else. I don't know if they're here tonight or not.
I don't know, but you know what I figured out today?
What?
Is that everyone coming to the cutting and soldering weekend workshop,
Is that this
or
weekend?
it is, it's this weekend, March 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
And they're all coming from out of town.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out who the other person was.
So we have I know we have a couple coming up from McClellanville, which is here in South Carolina, but they are from out of town. And then Paul is coming in from Pittsburgh, and so we have quite a few people coming into town from out of town, staying here and hopefully enjoying the weekend. It should be a fun class, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do some glass cutting, and we're going to learn a few tricks, and hopefully everything will go just fine.
Bobby, you're still a member. I don't know when your membership's up, but that might coincide with when you get your new car. But we won't worry about you. You're still on the list. We know you're out there.
Yeah.
But come back as soon as you can. Okay. Yeah, if you'd like to subscribe or become a member, you can subscribe for free. And we can notify you whenever we have a new video or we have something coming up.
Right.
But you can also become a member and get some cool perks.
Yeah, well, you know, the new member, as a member, you get, of course, you get in the drawing for the box every month, and also our giveaways. Also, you get our long videos first. You are first to see the long videos, and then they go out the next day. Is that correct?
Yes, that's usually how it's working. There is a share link at the bottom of the video. It just it should say just share, and you should be able to share this video with a friend or this live stream with a friend. Of course there is.
Or have your friend just go right to the live stream from their computer and open it up.
Or you can go to the ARTyRV channel, and you can scroll down, and it'll say live stream. I think it should just pop up that it's live, and they can click on that and go right to it. But there is a share button that will give the link to that. And then Ray's putting it up right now.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
See, guys, y'all are working him already. Thank you, Ray.
And that will answer Barbara La Barbara. Okay. That's
Yeah, so we were at the doctor's office
That'll
yesterday.
answer your question, too.
And the lady came out and said, Barbara? And three of them stood up.
Three of us stood up.
We're like, oh, which
And
Barbara?
it happened the last time we were there. So I think we're all scheduled for every 3 months, and we all get the same day, because last time we were there, they said Barbara, and there was 3 of us.
That's right. So we got a
We're
big
all
little,
old
a little
ladies
laugh
named
out of all
Barbara.
that. Not old ladies.
Not too many young ladies named Barbara.
Well,
that I
it was a
know
very
of.
popular name, back when you guys were born.
Barb's name is La Barbara. That's her last name.
Oh,
La
wow.
Barbara.
La Barbara.
Yes.
Okay.
Barbara means beautiful in Spanish. Did you know that?
No, but I know you're beautiful, so that's good enough for me. But I don't know Spanish, but I do now.
Okay.
That's
Do we
great.
have any questions?
I didn't know that, Barb.
Okay, that was, that's
Yeah.
what Rita told me that. Not Rita.
Javier's one?
Javier's wife.
Yeah, Rita.
Rita, yeah. Rita. Okay.
So
Well,
that's
she might
pretty
have
cool.
just told me that to make me feel
To
better.
make- I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
let's see.
So we got a great crowd tonight. We got people in here from all over the country, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, after the last few days of weather, and then those of you up north are getting slammed with snow and ice tonight and the next couple days. So everybody, just be safe. If you're in your studio working, make sure when you leave your studio that your heaters are down and your soldering irons are off, and don't make yourself wake up in the middle of the night wondering if you turned your soldering iron off and have to go out in the middle in that cold air. Turn it off.
Okay, if you have a question, put it in the chat, and we'll
if
be
you
happy
don't,
to answer it.
Put it in the chat anyway.
And we'll be happy. He'll be happy to answer.
Put a
it.
big
I'm
Q
just
in
gonna
front
sit
of it,
back and
guys.
listen. We got people from California. We have people from the Ozarks.
Oh,
We have folks from
so
North Carolina.
you guys, we got a lot of well wishes about being under the weather, and
Florida.
so I want to thank everybody for that too.
You did have a question on that. That was who asked it? I can't remember who asked it.
What was the
but
question?
The question was about the net glass that you had.
The bullseye.
The bullseye iridized glass.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't answer it because, of course, Ed, it was a question to Ed, and he hasn't been on the computer much. And I told him to answer the question, but it was a long question, so tonight would be a better time to answer it. But the question was, were you inspired by the glass? Or did you look for the glass and you found it and said that's perfect? Were you
Whoa.
looking for the glass when you found it?
Oh, I remember that question now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did read it, and it was a long question, and it was something that I don't type very fast, so it was easier for me to answer it tonight. So that glass, y'all. Long story short,
The net glass, the
Yeah.
iridized net glass. Do you still have it here?
I don't know if I do or not. Sorry, I got a little dryness in my
Here.
throat there. I got it. All right, so a friend of mine from Northern Virginia inherited a ton of bullseye glass and found that he didn't have anywhere to put it. So he threw it on a trailer and brought it all down to Conway and left it with Barbara and I. Well, as we were going through that, we did find some sheets of glass, full sheets. And we pulled a clear sheet out of the crate, and it had that pattern on it. And I thought, oh wow, that's really pretty. But then we pulled several sheets that were black on the back and were iridized on the front and had that net pattern on them. Well, this was before we started that project, but when we started that project, and I needed. In the back of my mind, I always had that glass in my mind because I thought it was so very unusual. So when it came time to make that cast net, I knew exactly what glass I was going to use. However, I wanted to make sure that I had enough to do it. So once I drew the net, then I took and made the pattern because, of course, I couldn't see through it, so I couldn't cut it on the light box. And you know, when I made that pattern and I fitted those pieces to that sheet, I had about what I like to use anyway, about a 1/2 inch all the way around each individual piece because the net was in 6 pieces. And that's what formed the net and the shape of it. So there's net behind the cast net, gentlemen. But anyway, so that cast net, I saw it when it came out of the box, and I did not have a use for it. But in the back of my mind, I always knew it was there. And when we came to the window with the cast net in it, I agreed in my mind, and then I brought it into Barbara and shared it with her. That's what we thought we should use with the cast net. And yes, we did use it with the cast net, and it is really, really pretty inside the restaurant. So
Yeah, we'll be getting good photos of that when we install the next window.
yeah,
Sometimes things have to percolate for a while before they reach the front part of your brain. That's my theory.
yeah. Oh, I think so too, Barb. I can't just like anymore. I can't. I have to
Well,
think
even-
about things quite a bit.
Even when I was younger, sometimes it took a while for something to really come together.
Oh,
You see something and then it comes together.
yeah. I know you're really good at seeing things completed. I know that, and that helps me a lot. So
I can see things completed before they're done.
well, it's really hard to do. It's really hard for people that do stained glass to get their customers to see what their what the artist is envisioning.
So the
don't you
glass,
think?
you were inspired by glass that you saw, and then it came to you. Oh, that's exactly what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I do have a piece of it, and it's in the box. Whoever wins the glass box tonight is getting some of it. I'm not
Is
sure
it a
where
square
it is.
piece? Is it
It's a pretty good size rectangular
Okay.
piece. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
about 3 by 5 maybe.
Okay.
And so, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, whoever wins the box is getting a piece of that.
Okay, let's go ahead and take our first question. Sasha asked, I received solder from my grandfather. It is probably from the wonderful 1980s. It says 60/40 and just has a price tag on it. How will I know if it is bad?
Solder doesn't go bad. It's the only thing that well, if it's 60/40, it's probably, if it doesn't say resin core or
No,
it's 60/40, it's not going to go bad on you. You might have a little bit of oxidation on it, a little bit, but more than likely it's going to be fine. You can use it. And at $34 a roll right now, I think I would go ahead and try to use it for sure.
I would just take the last the last little bit of
the first like an inch or
the
so.
first layer of it off.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be dusty and dirty, and you don't want to get that in your stained glass.
You don't need the
and
trash.
it'll muck up your iron. So just start with something fresh. But underneath it there, it'll be just like new. So
It should
don't worry
be,
about
right?
it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
unravel it and it might look like you're taking off a lot, but it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, not on a whole spool. Okay, next question. Does my soldering iron require a thermostat?
Well, unless you have a Hakko iron or a Hakko iron, depending on how you want to say it, unless you have a Hakko iron, you should be using a rheostat with your soldering iron, because that is your iron control. That's your temperature control. Nobody needs to work at 750 or even 650 degrees. My typical soldering temperature, and I work with a rheostat, I leave it between 7.5 and 8 most of the time, and it's somewhere around 590 to 615 degrees. So.
Okay.
And I'm working with lead, and it also flows really well with copper foil.
The nice thing about a thermostat, it allows you to work with different types of lead and do different types of soldering. So sometimes you're doing the edge, you'll need to turn it down. You don't want it flowing like you do on a flat piece, so you'll need to turn it down. If you're doing decorative soldering, you'll need to turn your thermostat down.
Yeah.
So if you're 60/40 or 50/50, just a little bit of temperature difference. Temperature outside is going to affect your work. So yeah, thermostat or rheostat, we have them on our Amazon page. They're inexpensive. They're great. You'll love it.
Well, and they extend the life of your soldering iron too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to run your soldering iron wide open all the time.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't know of very many people that do that.
Not
Some
anymore.
people are
Just do
no
that.
rheostat.
Yeah, no rheostat, because that's the way they were taught. And it's, there's nothing wrong with that, but, if you want to just continue to buy soldering irons and all that, then, but if you use a iron controller, a temperature controller, or a wattage controller, when you do that, you'll find that even running a few little tests before you start soldering will help you a great deal.
Okay. Let's do another question. Do you make your own frames? Do you have a video for how to make them? Ray has put up a link that answers that yes, and he
Okay.
has the video up. Thank you, Ray. Good job.
So we
So
do
the
make our
answer
own.
is
We
yes.
do make our own frames, but we purchase the wood already routed out down the middle. I used to take my dado blade and the table saw and do all that stuff. And y'all know, time is money, and it's much less expensive to order the wood with the groove in it, and then just use your miter saw and your drill and your countersink and make the frame that way. That's the best way to do it.
Yes. We do have that framing material now on our Amazon page. So
Right.
those of you that need to order, that have free shipping from Amazon, can order that with free shipping.
Yep. And it's a small bundle, right? It's like four sticks of wood.
I think so.
I think it is, and with
think
free
that-
shipping, that's going to save you significant. Because remember, it comes in a square box that's 6 foot long, and UPS likes to charge extra for those. So.
Barbara Cadwell said she saw the Drunken Jacks. It was a thrill, and the food was delicious as well.
Oh.
Yes, we love Drunken
I'm glad
Jacks.
you and your friend had a good time, Barbara. So, and it was really enjoyable meeting you and spending the weekend in class with you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming in.
Okay. Here's another question. Jan wants to know, is it okay to cement only the back side of a panel if it's small and lots of texture on the front side?
No, you should putty it on both sides, because what the putty does is also going to center the glass in the lead cane inside that channel. What you have, because you have a lot of texture on the other side, is you want to make sure that you clean it really well with your brush when you're done puttying it. The other thing is if you have a glass that has a lot of pothole or holes in it or seeds in it and everything, you can always use painter's tape and tape that individual piece of glass off so that the glazing compound doesn't get in the holes for you.
Right, and sometimes you just have to take masking tape and cover up that glass.
Yeah,
so
or
that,
painter's tape, whatever you need to do.
yeah, painter's tape, excuse me, not masking tape, painter's tape.
And if you use masking tape, take it off as soon as you're done.
But when you're puttying textured glass, clean it immediately. Don't let it sit overnight. Don't let it sit even a couple hours. You want to clean that glass immediately. You don't have to clean the putty up exactly, everything, but get it off of that textured glass.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it off of the glass.
Because it is, heck.
Yeah, and we want to, we want to welcome everybody who might be watching this on the rerun, and we appreciate you tuning in. We know that you can't always make it on our live Q&A on our live stream, but thank you for tuning in and watching it on the rerun. We appreciate it.
We found Magali, but she's going to her daughter's horseback riding class. Do not cut any iridized.
I don't have any iridized tonight, Magali.
Yeah, you do, right
No, I
there.
don't.
That's not iridized?
No.
Okay. You're in luck, I guess. Okay.
You guess.
Okay.
That's good. I'm not in trouble with Magali.
Right.
Or Barbara.
Okay, let's go for another question. When I attach hobby cam, it gets messy. Any tips or videos?
When you attach hobby cam to the outside edge of something, the lead, it gets messy. I'm not sure.
Well, if you're having a problem with it the twistiness of it, first of all, you need to stretch it after
Right.
you untangle it.
Yeah, after you unroll your hobby cam, then you need to put it in the stretcher and stretch it.
Lay it flat, stretch it.
Because
And
when, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Then you may have to go, where's your fid? Then you may have to go and straighten it out manually as well. Well, I thought you had another one, but anyway.
Oh, I do, right here, I'm sorry.
Right there.
I'm sorry.
Then you have to then you may have to manually just take your fid and run it down
Open it up a little bit.
lead and open it up.
Because you're going to find that this edge of your fid will actually open up the cane and separate it. And as you're going through the cane, if you'll twist it a little bit, it'll
You
open
know they were
that.
saying hello to you.
Oh, she says hi, everybody.
She
You want to
said
get
hi
in?
to
Go ahead. You can lay down right there.
You can lay right there.
That's a
Mildred.
good girl.
We hope she'll be good tonight.
She's being big tonight, and She went for a WALK already.
Okay, Ed, do you want to do a glass demo?
Sure.
And
Sure.
everyone didn't bring their questions tonight. It's a little bit,
Well, because it's Wednesday night, they were busy.
I know.
Yeah,
Got
but
'em
we'll
on
be
an
back
off night.
next Monday night, but we're not going anywhere right now. I do have we can do a glass cutting demo, and I have a tool I'm going to share with everybody that I really, really like.
Yeah, it's a new thing we put in our Amazon shop, in our toolbox. And if you haven't checked out the Amazon shop lately, check it out because we have some new things we put in there for you guys. Some fun things and some new tools.
Yeah, so this is, I guess we can do this.
This is something Ed's dad used to use all the time.
It's called a quick clip, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, if you're doing a lot of copper foil, I'm going to bring this over. If you're doing a lot of copper foil, and you know, when you get to that end and it's right there, you just, look at that.
That's sharp.
These things are sharp as the day is long, and they're very convenient. I mean, you can put your thumb inside of them if you want, but it seems to me like the way they made the front and the bottom here, because the bottom edge is flat, see that? The bottom edge is flat. They made it so that you can hold this just like this. And you can just clip that edge of your foil, boom, roll it right over. And this is a great little tool. It's probably less than $5 or $6. And it's a great tool for your for your tool arsenal. I mean, it just seems so simple. The blades are attached with Phillips head screws. You can see that. And this thing is really sweet. And I have been looking for my dad's for a long time. I'm not sure whatever had happened to them, but these right here now are going into my tool arsenal, and they give you a sleeve to put right over top of it, so you don't stab yourself. They give you a little sleeve. Put it right over top of that, just like that. Very simple, and this keeps you from poking yourself. And you're gonna really enjoy these. Those of you that do a lot of copper foil, this is much nicer than grabbing a hold of these.
Yes.
Every time you need something. And these are nice scissors, but this is designed for those of us that do art class. I highly recommend these scissors. If you don't have a pair, you should get a pair.
Yeah, they're sewing snips. They're for sewing.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. That's what everybody said. They used them in the sewing factory, and that makes sense. I think I have.
Well,
a pair
that
in my
makes
box.
because like if you get a little, you get a little
yeah.
pick or whatever they call that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got some in your sewing box, get them out and use them for your.
That's right. And if not, just go to the tool page and grab a pair.
Yeah.
That'll help you.
And they are sharp.
Oh gosh, they're sharp. Holy cow.
Okay, we had a couple questions about the giveaway. The giveaway we do at the first of the month. It's for members. And if you're a member this month, if you were a member the month of February 28th, if you were a member, you were put into the drawing for the box of glass. And the box of glass is glass that's left over from our live stream cutting demos.
Throughout the whole month.
Throughout the month. And we tonight we're also giving away a t-shirt, a hat, an apron,
a fid,
a
roller, and a rondelle.
So we got a lot of giveaways. Those will come up towards the end of the live stream.
So don't go away,
after we do
guys.
the viewer showcase. To be in the viewer showcase, you just send something to viewershowcase@gmail.com. And we put all of the entries into the viewer showcase. All the entries we get for the month, we put in the viewer showcase. And you don't have to be a member to be in the viewer showcase. These are two separate things. So members get a lot of perks. Viewer showcase is for everyone, for all of our viewers. That's why it's called viewer showcase, because it's for all the viewers.
And our channel's for everyone, not just members. So.
But we do wish that you will subscribe if you're going to be in the viewer showcase. But Thank you to everyone.
And remember, guys, when you do send in your photograph of your work, please include your name and just a little blurb about what maybe inspired you about this window, whether it's your first window or your 1000th window. And just remember, don't forget, it's viewershowcase@gmail.com.
And did you want to do another demo?
Oh,
did
we
you want to
can.
do a
Yeah,
demo?
that's fine.
Okay,
We
well,
can.
let's do a cutting demo.
Okay. So we're gonna. Oh, this is a pretty piece of glass. So what you're gonna.
One question. You don't have the number to that iridized glass,
The
right?
bullseye?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
We do not have the number for
I
that.
didn't even have the number when I started cutting it. All I knew was if I messed it up, I was going to have to call bullseye.
Yeah, we didn't research it either. We just we bought that lot of we got that lot of glass miscellaneous. A lot of numbers were not on that glass.
And a lot of it we had to throw away because it was all stained and everything else. So, but yeah, it was terrible. But anyway, we did find I think we got
We
definitely
got most of it.
we got most of it.
Yeah, there was some.
So this glass right here, this is a Wismac here. I don't have a part number for you. This is just a teal and white streaky, and it's a teal and white.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful glass, and so I want to keep that right there. And yeah, so I brought my personal glass cutter home tonight. We all recognize this. This is the one that works like a dog here. And you can see, I just noticed this the other day, that I've been using this for so long that I'm actually getting a split right up the brass handle here. And I mean, that's just been around for a while. But the reason, those of you that have never seen this cutter before, the reason this is here is this is where I rest my index finger, right on top of that little bit of solder right there. So you can modify your glass cutter very simply by using some copper foil, making sure the brass is very clean, copper foil it, and then a little bit of solder. And 50-50 will be fine, or 60-40, whatever you choose to use. But I had somebody come in the shop today, and they were very confused about whether you go straight or push. And I've seen people push their glass cutter for straight lines, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I've seen people pull their glass cutters for cutting patterns. But what I've found over the years personally, myself, y'all, is that when you're cutting a straight line, if you pull it towards you, I'm getting my square out. And if you don't have one of these, you really need one of these too for your tool arsenal, because nobody can cut a straight line, okay? But what you want to do is, so this is me cutting a straight line. I'm pulling the glass cutter towards me, and now I'm going to take my running pliers, and these are my leponettes right here. Make sure, remember guys, so we don't get flares, make sure that the line in the center of your running pliers is always lined up with the center of your score. And now you'll see that piece of glass is narrower on the bottom than it is at the top. But guess what? When we go back up here and we put our square here, our piece of glass is now square. Look at that. It's now square. Perfect. So we want to do that. Now if I'm cutting what I call a pattern, okay, if I'm cutting a pattern, and we'll just draw that and see how well I can follow a line. So when you're cutting the pattern, this is the piece of glass that I want. And I just took my pattern off. I've traced my pattern out to the glass. And now I'm going to just make sure that everything's in the camera. So for two reasons. Number one, that you can see it. And I'm going to depress the head. You see that? I'm depressing the head. And now I have started my score. I got a little bit of a glare here over top of this from the light above my head, but I think I can make it work. So we're just going to continue. Remember, when you go in a pothole, just continue to drive straight out of that. And all as I always do, I start my run from the hot end or the end that I finished on with my score. So we're going to start our run. And you heard that crack. Now that run probably ran down to about right here. It looks like that's exactly what happened. So now I'm going to turn this back around and I'm going to come in it at the other direction. And I'm just going on so that my pliers are, that only the rubber is touching the glass. I'm not going way deep or anything. We're going to start this run. Here we go. So there's my other run that has started. I'm going to take my grousing pliers and I'm going to come in behind the run. Now remember, your grousing pliers have a curved jaw and a straight jaw. The straight jaw goes on top. The curved jaw is for grousing or eliminating burrs and nubs and everything else. So I want to get in behind my score or behind my run with my grousers. I've got my knuckle placed underneath. You see that fall? I'm just holding the glass. So I've got my knuckle placed right up against my pliers, and I'm going to pull down.
Good.
Now, no, that's fine because I wanted them to see that. So when I pulled down on my pliers, I'm pulling down on this, but what it did is it ran to its weakest point because when I asked it to go around that curve right there, it wasn't going to go. What I needed to do was just start my run a little bit further and then get up in here with it and get behind it. So now I've already started this run here, and we're going to come in behind that, and then this should drop off. Now, everybody says, well, what do you use those grousers for? I'll show you what I'm going to use this grousing plier for. You see that right there? That flare right there. We're going to take that and we're going to put our grousing pliers a little bit over top of it, and we're going to go just like that. And what that did is that took it off, took that little burr right off of that piece of glass that we needed. And now we're just going to do that one more time. I'm going to push this away just like that. And we're going to do this one more time. This is a really nice glass to work with. And now we're going to run it back the other direction. Now this should complete the run. Just should go ahead and run it down. Yeah, it did. So it took that and ran it right down. So if you'll push your scores for patterns, pull your scores like this for straight lines, just like this. And remember, the only pressure you need is to depress the head on your glass cutter. Because if you're pushing too hard, you won't get an edge like that right there. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's nice and smooth. Just if you're pushing too hard, this is what it'll look like. And this is what it'll sound like too. This is just way too hard, way too hard. So now I'm going to show you what that edge looks like. It should look like a sharks have been chewing on it. And you can see it. You can see the depth of it right there. See it? See that? That's from pushing. If the edge or the side of your glass looks like that, guys, you're pushing too hard on your glass cutter, okay? And you know something I just noticed? Is that this glass matches my shirt.
Not really.
Well, it's close. It looks good.
Let me get that camera on here. Let's check that. Put that up there again. Put that up there.
Yeah.
That does.
Yeah, that does.
The light does. Yeah,
The light
it does.
does.
Look at that.
Look at
isn't that cute?
Yeah. So, and you know, the other thing that makes me laugh sometimes, Barb, is that because when I'm cutting glass, I'm cutting glass live, and it doesn't always break right for me either. So, thank goodness that I don't have to use it for anything.
What? I'm trying to look and see something. Okay.
That I don't have to use it for anything, so it kind of
I'm not
messes,
playing
you
a
know.
game. I don't play games. What? I was trying to check something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, apparently Barbara had to check something.
I had to check the live stream for something. Okay.
Okay.
If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them. And
So this is a pot white. We're
Okay.
not gonna listen to the. Go ahead. We're gonna listen to how this doesn't
okay,
sound.
you ready?
Yeah, sure.
You took it off, right?
Yeah.
Or did I do that?
So this is a pot white, y'all. This is a 200. This is a Spectrum white. Okay. This is it's been around. This glass has been around for a while. It's available in fusing. All the manufacturers make a pretty white. Spectrum or their 200S is the one that is really soft and does a lot of different things. But however, it is so dense that most of the time you don't hear it score. And I have a lot of questions too that come up that say, well, I can't hear my score when I'm cutting my glass. Well, it all depends on your glass. It doesn't depend on, it's not your cutter. It's the glass, the density of the glass. So let's try this. I'm gonna depress my head, you can hear it. And all that is my wheel rolling on that glass, y'all. And the other thing is you're gonna, and you can see I wasn't pushing too hard. See that? Look at the difference. Look at that side, that edge on that glass. All I'm doing is depressing the head on my glass cutter to make sure, and we're gonna put a mark here for this one because I'm not gonna know where it's gonna go because I won't be able to see it. Just like that. So we're going to put a mark where I came off so that I can turn this around. And we're just going to stop that right there and we're going to squeeze and pull. So we went mark to mark, right down the middle, just like we were supposed to. But again, guys, just because you can't hear your score doesn't mean you have to push harder. And just because your glass has a texture on it, on one side that's heavy and light on the other, still, again, it doesn't mean that you have to push harder on the glass, on your glass cutter. What you want to do is just depress the head and you want to run it from one end to the other with your pattern, and that glass will continue to break correctly for you as long as you just take your time, don't get in a hurry with it. And you don't need to rush with your scores because the glass will be there when after it's broken and done everything else, the glass is still going to be there. So keep that in mind. Make sure you depress the head, which is about 8 pounds of pressure on your glass cutter. When you depress that head right there like that, that's it. Just depress your head, and that's all the pressure that you need. And you, as you can see, guys, this glass cutter's been used quite a bit. Look at that. And you can tell that I'm left-handed because this side is about wore out as opposed to this side here. So anyway, I just wanted to share that white with you because I get so many questions during the week about that we, I can't hear my score. What do I do because I can't hear my score, or I can't find my score. So use a Sharpie to mark and then use your glass cutter. And it doesn't matter what glass cutter that you're using. Use a glass cutter that's very comfortable in your hands and does not give you a lot of fatigue. You should be able to cut glass all day long and your hand not cramp up and be sore. So.
Okay. That's
You think?
Great. That's great. Mary's just sleeping. I don't know if y'all can see her or not, but she's been such a good girl tonight. And she's tired.
Oh, I see her now.
She pulled the blanket off the couch and then she took a nap. Looks like she got something else over there too. I don't know what.
She made her like a little campsite over there. She's so funny.
She's a good girl.
She came over and told us thank you for, I guess, her snack that her brother gave her.
I think we can go to viewer showcase. What do you think?
I don't know.
You ready? Or do you have another demo?
Well, I have a really pretty piece of blue glass.
Okay.
That this is a Wismac here. This is a pretty blue glass. This is gorgeous here.
Yeah.
And
What do you want to cut though?
it's also, you can see it. It's a double roll. This is a beautiful piece of glass, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice color. It's
Uh huh.
You like
Yeah,
blue?
I
right?
like it. I
Yeah,
like
you
it.
like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let me let's see what we got here. Because a lot of people are now using the Silversnit 4000, and apparently they're using it correctly because everybody says they like it. So the Silversnit 4000.
and if you just look at the name, you can see how it goes. Or is it not on there?
Yeah, it's there. It's written in script.
Oh, there it is.
Silversnit. Just
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're reading this upside down, you're using the cutter wrong. And you can see the difference. This is my TC17 head, and this is the Silversnit 4000 head. You see the angle of the 17 and the angle of the 4000, okay? And if you look, the screw is opposite of what it is on the TC17. So you can, but again, find a cutter, everybody, that is very comfortable in your hands, whether it's a pistol grip cutter or any of the other cutters that are available on the market. You need something?
Double rolled. What does it mean?
It means that they've rolled it twice, and what it does is on the second roll it leaves a very definite small pattern on the other side, and it gives it almost an obscure kind of look. I can't get it in the light. There it is. See how it gives you kind of an obscure.
You can see the texture.
You
on
can
the other
see the
side.
texture on the other side. Okay, this is a beautiful glass, and when you put this Silversnit 4000 on it, remember to press your head, and we're going to cut a pattern. Just like that. Now remember, I've got a really steep curve here, so I can't go too crazy, because that's all my running pliers would allow me to do, is that run right there. Oh, and you can see that pretty good. Now I'm going to come back to the other end, and we're going to go back to it. And now what we're going to do, I can use my grousing pliers, but I'm going to use both of my index fingers, and I'm going to try and chase that run. There we go. I'm going to chase that run just a little bit further. There it goes. See it? Just chased it right around there. Now I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to force this run to go that way by using my index finger underneath and pulling down with my thumb. But I want to make sure that I get behind that run. Here we go. So I'm using my index finger underneath of the score and behind the run, and my thumb on top. And I'm just going to pull it. There it goes. So I just ran it. It's only going to run a little bit at a time because of the amount of pressure that I'm putting on it. Just like that. There it goes. Okay, so when those two met, did you hear it click? So in order for me to get this out of here, we're going to double check with our running pliers, just like this. And now I should be able to take my running pliers. Okay, so we're going to Normally we would use them like this, but I'm going to take them and turn them upside down, and we should hear another pop. And then that comes right out.
Okay, show 'em. There you go. Good job.
So if we take that, again, guys, these little scores here and these inside curves are normally the ones that are going to give you problems, because most of them are too steep for your running pliers to take all the way out. They're not designed to do that. You're going to get a couple of inches at the most out of it. And then, but if you'll take, when you run your glass, start your score, run on your score, and then break it and run it around till they meet each other, and you hear that third pop. Once you hear that third pop, then go to your running pliers and just turn them upside down directly in the center of your score, of your run that's already run through, and just squeeze it very lightly. And you'll hear one more pop. You're going to hear that fourth pop. And when you do, guys, that piece of glass is going to drop right out of there for you. And it's all simply, otherwise it's locked in, because as I've explained in the past, glass doesn't just break straight. When you put pressure on it, like I was doing with my index finger and my thumb, each time I pulled down, that glass broke at a different ran at a different angle. And that angle causes the glass to lock itself into itself. By turning your running pliers upside down after you've completed the run and it's still not coming out, you will actually break it the opposite direction and it will drop out.
Okay, with those cuts you just made, would you need to grind for lead?
For lead, no. Not as long as I cut them correctly and they fit the pattern, no. When you're doing lead work, guys, you can just set your grinder off to the side if your cutting is very proficient.
Also, I think this is Frank. He wanted to know, how do you deal with it when the glass is too wide to get your hands in from both sides?
Well, normally what I'll do, Frank, if it's a big piece that I need, I will still whittle that piece of glass down to where I can get to my scores with my hands. And so if I have to extend my fingers a little bit and get up underneath of it, that's what I'll have to do. But most of the time, if I'm working on a big piece, I will still whittle that piece down to where I have like a half or 3/4 of an inch around where I'm going to be scoring, so that I do give myself room to work with.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying their hands are not strong enough to do what you do. He does have strong hands. I can't do it either. Never have been able to.
Well, and it's just a technique that I use, but you can use the same tech. Let's try this. And I'm not sure if it'll work on this desk, but let's try this, okay? Let's try another cut, and I'll show you guys a reason that maybe, or another technique that you can use to help you do this. Here we go. So let's take this and let's just do the same thing right here. I'm using my Silversnit 4000. So sometimes you can run, and I don't know if this will lock in or not. It may or may not. Okay, so I've got my run. You can see it started right to there. Ideally, I can run these back to each other and it won't come out. And so what you can do, if this is too wide for you to get your fingers underneath, turn it upside down, get behind your run and take your finger and push it. Now you see that. I'm pulling this apart, y'all. You see that? I'm pulling it apart and it's still locked in. I've turned my glass over and it's still not coming out. Okay? So I turn my glass back up, right side up, but I'm turning my running pliers over. And here we go. And it comes right out. So it did do what I wanted it to do to show you guys, was the fact that you can take your glass and you can turn it over and you can run it with your fingers if that's how you need to do it. What you have to make sure of is that you have a solid surface to work off of, because if you have a goofy surface or an indentation in your surface, it will cause the glass to break incorrectly. So not only did that make a nice little demonstration, it just makes some really pretty lines in the glass too. That's pretty. You like that?
Oh, that is pretty. It's pretty with white, right? Sorry about that, Mary Beth. I thought you were signed in under a different name. That was Mary Beth that asked about.
Oh, hey, MB.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so we have that. We got that, right?
Yes. And that cutter, we have those on our Amazon page.
The Silversmith 4000, y'all, is a really nice glass cutter. And again, try and find yourself a glass cutter that not only fits well in your hand but does not fatigue you. You'll be much happier if your glass cutter doesn't give you fatigue. And I'm going to leave that sitting right there.
Okay, thank you.
Because that's really a pretty color.
That is pretty. Well, let's go to Viewer Showcase.
Uh-oh. What do we got going on?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, Barb, that's really pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
That's nice.
Okay, Viewer Showcase tonight. First up, Bobby Schneider.
Oh, hey, Bobby. Wow.
Bobby writes, this was done a few times and sold well. My dad is a woodworker and created the cut out with a shelf for glass. I think it's called a rabbit.
A rabbit, yeah.
A rabbit.
That's nice.
That's very cute. I love it. It's adorable.
I like it.
I like the
Well,
way
it's
you
always
worked
fun.
out the cuts, too. It worked out good.
Life's always better at the campsite.
Yes, very sweet. Okay, next up, Gray Dragons, Frank and Mary Beth.
Oh, guys, those are really cute. I love them.
They write, our first show of spring is on Saturday, and I've been making garden stakes. The 3D on the blue flower and the sunflowers came out well thanks to Ed's advice. The black rooster is a portrait of my top rooster, Seti, a black Australorp.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't put that in there. I didn't have enough room, but
Oh, those
thank
look good.
you for sharing
Good
that
luck
with
on your
us.
show this weekend, Mary Beth and Frank.
It may have been last weekend. Was
Oh,
it last
okay.
weekend, Mary Beth, or this weekend?
I don't-
Let us know how it goes or how it went.
Yeah, it's spring. It's going to be a nice warm week. Well, not a warm weekend, but it's going to be a nice weekend.
Okay, next up. Ooh. It's not moving. What's going on? There we go.
There we go.
Stained
that's
Glass
cute.
by Jan Cook. This is one of my favorite panels of glass, a reminder of our sweet angel daughter who was taken to her heavenly home March 2008. It fills me with light and love. It is amazing the emotions and inspiration stained glass art can invoke. Thank you both for your support and knowledge and talents. You are a blessing to so many. Love and best wishes from Wyoming. Thank you, Jan, for sharing that
Jan,
with
that's
us.
beautiful, hon.
It's a beautiful stained glass and a beautiful
And a beautiful story.
story, yes.
So many stained glass windows have subtle but meaningful stories.
Okay, next. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Melissa Mays. Melissa writes, I had the flu last February and binge watched all of your videos and have since tried to catch the lives on a regular basis. I found a glass shop near me in May and started doing make and take projects at Peace Love Glass in Fletcher, Oklahoma. I came across a wreath on Facebook that I thought would make a beautiful stained glass piece. I traced it using Procreate and created a rough draft of the piece. I submitted it to my glass teacher, and she printed me a pattern. It is 24 wide and 36 tall, foil project with zinc framing. I made it for my sister as a Christmas present since she has beautiful windows in her office. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I will let you pick your favorite of the ones I submitted. Isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
Very nice,
That's
Melissa.
gorgeous.
Very nice.
Yeah, so you can take the Procreate and do that with it, and then put it in the Rapid Resizer, guys, and put it into any size pattern that you want. That's really beautiful.
Very
I like
nice.
it. And welcome. Thanks for watching the channel, Melissa. That's her first time entering the
Yes, it is.
viewer showcase. Yeah.
It is. Okay, this stained
Oh, wow.
glass is by Robin Hyatt. Hello, Barb and Ed. Thank you so much for all you do to promote the beautiful artistry of glass. I have learned so much and continue to learn each week from both of you. Thank you for your examples of goodness and generosity. The world needs more people like you both. Here is my first attempt at a window panel. It is an original design, and I made this for my daughter who loves birds and flowers. It measures 8 by 16 and has been installed in an antique door in her house. I wanted the piece to be bright and colorful, and it includes small jewels and antique red glass. Thank you again. Best wishes to you both for much success and happiness, Robin.
Oh, thank you, Robin. That's beautiful. I like it.
Very pretty, very colorful and sweet. I know that would make me happy every morning.
Yeah, that make you smile, right? Of course,
Yes.
and color makes people smile.
Yes. Okay, next up, Terry McManus. This is the first piece I ever made during my stained glass class a few weeks ago. Congratulations, Terry.
That's awesome. Yeah, way to go.
Very nice.
That's nice.
Blue and bevel's always pretty.
Right. And you can't ever go wrong with bevels.
Yeah, very nice. You'll enjoy that for a long, long time. Okay, next up is Joey. Hi, Barb and Ed. Here are the bedroom windows. The house was built in 1926. The diamonds are both dichroic. Oh, I see the diamonds up there in that towards the
Oh, yeah.
middle. They're both dichroic glass bevels, all pieces copper foiled, and then the windows are wrapped with U-cane lead. The windows are held in with screws to allow for servicing them later. The big window below is the original window the house was built with. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. I installed the pretty stained glass and putty glazed the pieces in place. Nice.
That's really pretty, Joey.
Thank
Congratulations.
you for sharing that, Joey. Well, congratulations to everyone. And if anyone would like to be a part of our viewer showcase, just send photos with a description and your name to
Please, your name.
viewershowcase@gmail.com.
Make sure you send your name, because you need, all of you deserve credit for your work, because it is so, so pretty. So
And thank you so much. So I think we're ready to do the giveaway.
okay.
Right?
Yeah. Where's?
We're going to do the box
Aw.
first.
She's in your chair, Mommy.
In my chair?
She's in your chair.
Okay, that's okay. She can be there. She looks comfy. Okay, so we're going to
All
do.
right, let me move
Here
some,
you
make
go.
some room. Okay.
Oh, I do want to say the December, which will be the January. I don't know what date it is. The first Monday in January, we'll be doing the end of the year drawing. So if you're a member by December 20 or 31st, is it the
2025, yeah.
2025, the 31st, 2025, right? I think our live stream is like the second or the third, probably the third or the fourth, something like that. Anyway,
Okay.
we're giving away this bowl too. So that'll be part of the end of the year drawing.
When did you decide that? No,
We
just
did it a couple
I'm
weeks
just
ago,
kidding.
so
That
this
sounds
is-
good.
But tonight we're going to be drawing for some glass.
Yeah, we're drawing for glass. I just moved the microphone. Everybody can hear me okay. So here, I'm going to let you draw because you do such a good job.
I know, I'm a drawing expert. Okay.
Okay, so this is for the...
Box of glass.
It's for the box of glass.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And the winner is Elizabeth Wesson.
Is Elizabeth
And
here
she's
tonight?
here tonight.
Is she?
Yes, she is. Elizabeth, you
Elizabeth.
won the... So send me your
Mailing information.
mailing information. Send it to viewershowcase@gmail.com. Go to
You need this?
viewershowcase@gmail.com.
Or you got,
And,
you got
I
it
got
right.
it.
Okay.
And we'll send you the box of glass.
Wow, congratulations. That's awesome.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. Okay, what you got in your bag of tricks there, Mr. Ed?
So we're gonna be giving away a foil roller next trip. Foil roller. This is our next giveaway, guys. This will be coming to you. We're gonna be giving this away, and if you don't have one of these, you're really gonna enjoy it because it helps you with getting your edges nice and flat so that everything looks good.
It says it's a simple and effective tool.
And I believe that it is. Go ahead, hang on.
Okay.
I'll hold it for you. We
Hold
don't
it
want
for
to drop
me.
it because
Hold
we
it
got to
for
give
me.
it away in a year.
Hold it for me. Yeah, don't break it. Okay, the winner is Renee V.
Is Renee here tonight?
I don't see Renee. Renee, you here tonight? Okay, you won the roller.
Yeah. The roller.
Okay, what's up next?
Okay, Barb. So we got everybody can use one of these.
A fid.
A fid. So we're going to give the fid away, and actually we're going to give 2 fids away tonight. First one comes out goes to
Dawn Snow.
Dawn. Hey, we hope you're here, and then she gets a feisty fid
A fid.
for being a feisty viewer.
Okay.
So let's give another feisty fid away to a feisty viewer.
Oh, Renee's here.
Hey, you just won a fid,
Congratulations,
Renee.
Wish it had been something bigger, but okay. Robin Brodeur.
Oh, Robin. Hey, she's here. I saw her.
Congratulations, Robin.
Yeah,
Yes.
congratulations. So we got you a feisty fid coming.
It's a feisty fid.
It's feisty. And let's see what we got here. So we're going to give away a t-shirt.
Got glass.
Got glass? There
All
you
right.
go. Hang on, let me fold this up so I don't get it messed up.
I know. I think I did that. I think I messed it up.
No. Oh, I thought it was me.
I think
I
I did
said, here, let me fold it
I'm
up.
gonna fix it. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to draw for the shirt, everybody.
Okay, you do it.
Hold on, let me hold this so I don't knock it off on the floor. Okay. Let's see who this is. These little pieces of paper. Okay, for a t-shirt. So this is Deborah Matten.
Deborah Matten.
Deborah Matten.
Deborah Matten.
So we got
Are you
a
here
got a
tonight,
t-shirt
Deborah?
coming to you,
I don't think
Deborah.
she is.
I don't know if she's here or not.
Send your addresses to viewershowcase@gmail.com, please. Okay, what you got?
This is
See?
one of our favorites. And people love these. We can't keep these in the shop. They just love this color. So this is a ARTyRV hat, guys. And where it's embroidered, it's a 100% cotton, pre-washed, and it is embroidered. It's not printed. So let's give that
You
hat
can order
away.
those from the Conway Glass website. Okay. What is this for? The hat?
This is for the hat.
PC Mindy.
Hey, is
That's
Paul here
Paul.
tonight?
Paul's here, right?
I think he is. Paul, you just won a hat. We'll see you Saturday.
We'll give it to him Saturday.
We'll give it to him Saturday. We won't
Okay.
ship that one.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
What else you got there? Is that black or blue?
It's cobalt, or it's midnight blue, yeah.
Okay.
It's blue. ARTyRV apron. It's got pockets in the front for your glass cutter, your cell phone, and
The house phone,
anything that you
a
need.
pen, a calculator.
But it's an ARTyRV apron, and it's navy
Glass
blue
cutter.
on white. It's really a nice apron. You guys will love it. We actually can't keep these
Deborah's
in
coming
stock.
Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'll just keep that here, Deborah, the
And-
T-shirt here.
And Deborah, if you've called about the smoke, we still don't smell smoke over here in Conway. So the rain helped a lot today. But let's do this drawing for this apron. This is awesome.
Okay.
So we've got some really nice prizes that we've given away tonight, Barb.
Okay, here you go. For the apron.
This is for the apron.
Julie Bison.
Julie, hey.
Yay, Julie.
All right. So
I
this
think
is,
you have one already. But it might be wore
I was
out
gonna
by
say, it
now
might
from
be dirty.
washing.
We'll get her
This will
another
be
one.
nice and new for you.
Okay. So, and then our next giveaway is we're going to be shipping you this really pretty green rondelle.
It doesn't look as, you can kind of see the green of it. Here, let me put it on the,
Put it on the
Close up.
table.
it's a really pretty green.
It's a pretty green rondelle. It's a forest green rondelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, pick it. Renee says she's already got a roller. Do you have a friend you can share it with, Renee?
Carrie McManus.
Terry McManus.
Carrie McManus. Carrie.
Oh, Carrie McManus. Okay. Why did I
Right.
think it was Terry?
I don't know.
Okay. Congratulations, Carrie.
Okay.
Let us know what you do with the. We'll send it to you and send us your
Who
address.
said they already had a roller?
Renee. Okay.
Well, let's see if Renee. Do you have one of these? Do you have one of these?
Renee already gave her.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, no, I didn't. I am excited.
Well, these are paddles. These things are great for doing copper foil. They're great for getting underneath of glass and lifting it up and putting it in the channel. These are just really, really.
Okay, so let's send that to Renee.
Well,
Renee will do that.
I'm
and
going to
we'll-
send her 2 of them. So
I'm going to send you 2 of the little fids. They have a lot of uses.
these are really nice. And then
Ed
we'll,
might even show you how to use it.
One
We're
night.
going to re-gift the roller.
Okay, so I'll put these over here. These are really nice. I call it back in the day we used to call them windshield paddles, and
White.
when we used to
The
do
white
windshields.
ones.
But yeah, now
Windshield paddle. It's still called a windshield
still
paddle.
called a windshield paddle. But so we're gonna redo this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully somebody who doesn't have a roller is gonna get a roller. Here we go. Kelly
Naranjo.
Naranjo.
Kelly Naranjo.
Kelly, are you here tonight?
Congratulations. Yeah. She won last month, too. She won a prize.
Did she?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
She's here. She was here. Larry, if you're here, let her know. I think it's Kelly. Is it Kelly that knows Larry? But anyway, Kelly was here. Okay. Well, Ed, is that all you have for tonight?
I think that's all I got.
Do you want to show us how to use that fid
I can. I
in
don't.
another way?
Yeah.
Well-
I can, but I don't have any way to lift up anything to put it in a cane. It has
Okay.
it has many uses, guys, and it's really. I think you'll definitely enjoy using it. It's very comfortable in your hands too. If you notice, Barb,
Oh,
there's
I
no
thought you were
sharp
talking
edges.
about. I was talking about popping the glass with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good. I can show you that. Let me. You want to put that over there?
Yep.
Okay.
One more little glass tip, and we'll be on
Just
our
a
way.
little glass demo, and we're going to come over here. So just a quick little trick with this is we're going to use our square, of course, and We're going to score our glass. Depress your head. Remember, 8 pounds. Let's pull this back. How's that? Is that better?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here we go. Depress the head. Now this little fit is really nice to do this with right here. You just put it underneath of your glass just a little tiny bit and take your 2 index fingers and push down just like that. And that's a great little way for you to break your glass. And just set it right there and push down.
Thank you, Ed.
So this works. I tell you, this really works great when you are working with your copper foil. And if I can get this off of here, I think it'll be nice. Okay, I can get that off of there. And a lot of y'all have asked questions. You know, if you're doing lead cane, do you need to grind your glass? Well, no, because there's no reason to, because it's not exposed. It's actually inside the lead cane. And the other thing is if you cut your glass nice and you get it clean, you don't even have to grind it to copper foil it. So what I want to show you though is this fid works just like this. Look at this. Look how smooth that is. And I see a lot of pictures where the top edge, this edge right here that I'm working on, is not smoothed out. Y'all, it's imperative that all of your copper foil is smoothed out. Not just the parts that you feel need to be smoothed out, but the whole thing. So if you take this and you burnish all this on there, look how pretty that looks. Mm-hmm. And now I didn't grind this, and you know what? They didn't. Not everybody has a grinder. Not everybody has a stone. Not everybody even has a piece of sandpaper. But if your glass edges are clean and there are no burrs on them, and you clean them well with alcohol, you don't even need to grind in order for you to copper foil your glass. So that should give you incentive to spend more time cutting your glass correctly, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, they want us to give away the fid again. Robin says she has one. Let's draw for another fid. I can't imagine that no one has a fid.
Well, that's all right. Well, I know the feisty fid, this red one, they don't make anymore, so.
So this is the red feisty fid, and we're going to draw one more name, see if we can get a winner.
All right, because the feisty fid they don't make. This is the fid they make these days, right here. This one.
It's not the same.
It's not the same thing. And so if you don't have one, it's a significant difference in the fid.
Yes, and I was going to show that to him.
Yeah, here. It comes right out. Hang on.
Okay. I just drew a name. Robin Hyatt Ballard. Robin Ballard.
Yeah, so this is the original fid right here. It has a notch on it. It does a lot of different things.
See, it's got this little notch right here that is so cool.
And this is
Very useful.
what's available
Where's that piece of
today.
glass? Yeah. You can just go right down. I guess you need a close-up for that.
Well, we can show them, sure. We can show them. So, yeah, so this little notch right here,
There you go.
this little notch right here does this. It does this.
Both sides at once, so it saves you a step.
Saves you a step, but it also, and then this also fits in your hand really well. This you can use to open your lead cane with, straighten it out. This you can get underneath the glass like this and pick it up and put it in the lead channel in the cane like that.
And it's got a beveled edge on it, doesn't it?
It does.
On this edge. But anyway, it's a
You'll
nice
you'll
little
find
thing.
that you'll like it, and if you have one, it's probably old enough that it has little burrs on it, so you should change it anyway. But this Feisty Fid, y'all, they don't make it anymore. So,
Okay. So
or not that I've been able to find, and I have a lot of them, and I like them.
Okay, so what a wonderful night it was tonight. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us. If you notice, Mary has been very well behaved. She's sitting on her couch. She thinks that Mommy and Daddy might have time for her tonight.
I think we do, Mom.
I think we do. Look how precious she is.
Yeah, so we'll be getting all this shipped out the first part of next week. It won't be, it's not a rush job, but we will be getting it out to you. Most everything will be coming to you in a USPS box.
Yes.
Except the fids, they'll be in envelopes.
Yep. So
we want to thank everybody for
pleasure to see
tuning in
everyone
tonight.
Sorry we missed Monday night, but we had a good time tonight.
Thank y'all for coming back to us tonight. We appreciate it.
And we will see you next Monday night at 7:00. We hope you have a
Cheers.
We hope you have a great week. Cheers to another great week.
So for the ARTyRV channel, guys, and Miss Mary, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. See you Monday, 7:00.
See you then. Thank you guys. We love y'all. Bye-bye.